have a potential seller of a coffee kiosk, and he's only had it for like a year and a half, and he wants to sell it because it's just too busy, and he's got full employees and they're mildly profitable, but he just wants out. So I asked him for P&L and tax returns. He gave me a K1 statement. And so I think it's between he and his wife. And so that's like a partnership P&L. So like I keep asking for tax return. He keeps giving me K1. He sent it twice. So like what, could he be hiding something, or could he just not know what's going on?
No, he probably just doesn't know what you're asking for. So ask him for the business tax returns, because the K1 comes off of the business tax returns. And is his company an LLC or an S Corp or C Corp? What's his corp? What's his any
I
business?
don't know. It was in an email asking all these questions and he hasn't responded. So I hope to follow up with him today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he ask him for his business tax return, and then have him send the whole thing, because the K1 comes from that. And he's either, if he's an LLC, they're probably, and he hasn't filed for an S Corp election, then he's filing a 1065, which is a partnership return. Otherwise, he would be filing probably 1120S, would be my guess. Either one of those are going to have a Schedule K that's a pass through to their personal tax returns from the business.
So pass-through is usually an LLC, right?
Pass through could be an LLC or an S Corp.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so a C corporation pays its own taxes. It's its own entity. It has, but it pays its own taxes separate and apart from its shareholders. An S corporation issues K1s to the shareholders that tell the amount of profit, profit and loss allocated to those shareholders, and then they declare the information that's on the K1s, they declare that on their personal tax returns. And the 1065 is the same thing. And they'll be issued a K1, and they declare that on their personal tax returns.
So what is 1061 again?
1065 is a partnership return. But LLCs, in general, if you create an LLC, it generally files a 1065. It's a partnership return, unless unless it's a single member LLC, in which case then it's just treated like a sole proprietorship. Or if it's multi-member LLC and it files a S Corp election, then it'll be taxed as an S corporation.
Okay. So this guy, his friend owns a rock gym and he is parking in the rock gym's parking lot. And the owner is not charging him rent to park there. So is that, I'm thinking that is a kind of a bargaining chip when he sells it, because the rock gym could be charging rent, right? Should he figure out what the lease could potentially cost? And if the rock gym does not want to charge the new buyer rent, wouldn't that be part of the like equity or value add of the business? Do you know what does that make sense?
Well, I would say if the rock gym, so you have an owner there, or you have somebody there who has made a decision to allow this other person to park in the lot
Because they're friends.
because they're friends. So the first question would be, will he extend that benefit to a buyer? Yes or no? If yes, at what price? Will it continue to be free parking, or will it be paid parking of some kind? Understanding that it's not really a contract or anything else. I mean, in theory, you could try and draft something up, but if the rock gym was ever sold to a new owner, the new owner could immediately say, no, you can no longer park there anymore. So it's kind of, I don't consider it any type of a value add. because it's not anything that's contracted or that could be guaranteed.
But if they were to set up a contract, say, you know, you pay a couple $100 a month or something like that, then would that, I guess that would add to the operating expense.
Good.
Yeah, so it's not really an advantage to the seller. Cuts into the profit.
I don't see it as an advantage to the seller necessarily.
I see. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because it's a moving piece, right? So oftentimes a business has to pay a certain amount on the lease, but in this case, it's free. So there must be some advantage, but I'm not sure how to think about all of this. So
Yeah.
thanks.